Hi guys, so I feel pretty bad. The apartment is leaking. I don't know what they're going to do about that. I've been very sick the past couple days. I put in a couple of, maintenance calls. But as I was driving up here, I'm at DMV and I saw signs for Judge Lisa Lorman. She is the worst possible judge for any position in Amsterdam. She should be removed in handcuffs. She did so many horrendous things to me. She started out in Zumbalo's office, my financial planner or tax planner. She couldn't do enough to protect the pedophiles. She couldn't do enough to protect the potential alleged traffickers. She couldn't do enough to force me on the street into prostitution. She couldn't do enough to label me a mentally ill whore, a mentally ill prostitute, a mentally ill welfare. She got me banned from Stewart's, banned from the gym. This woman is a menace to the community. She's a menace. She moved into Judge Katina's office, a house in my neighborhood with Thane, and these people couldn't do enough violence towards me with the police department. I have nothing good to say about this woman. She's horrible. Every time I was dragged in there in shackles and made up a bunch of horrible things about me, she destroyed every possible thing in my life. In traffic court, no less, which we should basically be doing away with traffic court, because we know how these people can't even pull people over without them ending up being dead. And I almost ended up numerous times dead in the St. Mary's parking lot, dead up north in the woods, dead on the beach, frozen to death, like Claude did. They have a new bus stop in Amsterdam. This woman is horrible. And I could go on with how she used her experience as a divorce attorney to give my ex-husband, absolutely everything with this Judge Katina and Judge Tomlinson. They could not do enough to force me onto the street, and allegedly that I was a mentally ill tenant after 20 years of marrying my ex-husband. Numerous assets, houses, furniture, a brand new car, a career that's been destroyed, computers that have been destroyed, 20 years worth of journals that was destroyed, a sexual assault by the police chief, no less, that she covered up. I could go on with the violence from these people, but suffice to say, I'm sitting here again waiting for my license. I had to come all the way to Amsterdam and get copies of the divorce papers, and now they're threatening to deny me the little bit of extra with the Social Security. I have barely enough to live on for 3 more years before I'm back out on the street. This woman is an absolute menace. She could not do enough wicked, horrible things to me to keep me on the street. I've been on the street for 5 years, and I have spent the last couple years trying to get an apartment lot. Attacked at the YWCA with her crony Santa Barbara and Mr. Tonko. Repeatedly refused to do anything for me. This is the systems that we have in place here with the nurses at St. Mary's and the doctors. They drove me all the way out to Syracuse when I reported domestic violence and a sexual assault and told me I was delusional. I made it all up. I was mentally ill. This woman is an absolute menace. And I could go on, but right now I'm pretty upset. I don't feel well. I have to get copies of my divorce papers after they stole all of those, stole all my legal documents, and left me to die in a parking lot after a sexual assault, which shouldn't have been even in a part of my divorce, but they dug up all this sexual child abuse, all this stuff from my past, and every time I turned around, she was having me in shackles, dragged off to places that I didn't even know where I was going in Syracuse, locked me up for a broken string of Christmas lights after they roofied me. Just on, the violence from this woman that continues. She's a menace to the community. Be safe out there.